All right, Napoleon Nectar here today. Now, earlier today, I went out with my friend at the thrift store. We were walking around, live streaming, looking at different stuff, commenting. And before the live stream, we had a lot of fun. And before the live stream, he was nervous. He was like, Josh, what if people are looking at us? What if we get kicked out? What if something bad happens? And I just basically said, when you're doing content creation, you have to be selfish. You have to remember why you're recording. You are putting yourself on the internet for yourself, right? And don't let other people minimize you or put value on you. You have to remember, first and foremost, you don't give people permission to put value on your product or yourself. You don't have to do that. You can put your own value on it. You know how hard you worked. You know what you're worth. So why would you let strangers put value on what you are worth? Because they're always going to underestimate you, right? So I basically just said, it's not that serious. Just have fun. Take it easy, relax, be your authentic self. It doesn't really matter what you do. As long as you're your authentic self, people are going to sniff that out. They're going to be attracted to you and they're going to flock to you. It's as simple as that, really. And that's what we did. We had a good time. We went off script for a little bit. We kind of rambled. It wasn't perfect, but it was fun. And that's really the beauty of content creation. A lot of people think that it has to be pretty, has to be edited, has to be scripted. It really doesn't have to be. You know what we had before YouTube and content creation? We had reality TV. And that was a mess. People were cheating on each other, doing all this crazy stuff on camera, right? And a lot of that was fake. But at the same time, it's like people just put themselves out there. They said, okay, this is who I am. This is what the world's going to see. So that's really it. Just be selfish when you create. When you create, because content creators are artists. And when an artist creates, he doesn't say in the back of his mind, oh, what are people going to think about this? How are people going to interpret this? Is this politically correct? Is this going to get me famous? They just create the art that they want to create. It's either people like it or they don't. And sometimes the art's not for you, so it's like whatever. But the art is going to find the people who it's supposed to find. And if you're just compromising your art, because when you compromise, you're only arguing against yourself. Take your own side. If you think that your content is good, then put it out there. Be your best advocate. You have to be your own number one fan. You have to be your own number one cheerleader. Right? Because if you're unsure, if you're kind of compromising, if you feel like you're fighting with a hand behind your back, if you feel like you're holding back, then it's not worth it. Now, you have to put yourself out there. You know me. I tell the truth here. We don't cope. We don't sieve. I tell the truth how I see it. I tell the truth for what it is, whether it's ugly, it's pretty, it's complicated, it's simple. That's what we do here. And the truth is, you have to be selfish creating content. It's just how it's supposed to be. If I'm constantly worried about how people are going to take my videos, then I'm just going to get paralyzed. I'm never going to be able to create. I'm never going to be able to create. It doesn't matter how many people watch my videos. If I went a week straight with 0 views, I would still be putting up YouTube videos. I would still be trying to get better. I would still be making shorts. I would still be hustling. Why? Because I do it because I'm selfish. I do YouTube not for you, although I do like you, the viewer. I do YouTube because I just want to do YouTube. And it's as simple as that. Whether I get 1,000 views in a week or I get 2 views in a week, it doesn't matter. I would still be pushing. I would still be aiming to get better. And that's really the beauty of it, because it's content creation stuff. It really shows you your character. You have to be consistent with it. You have to constantly put yourself out there. You're going to have days where you don't want to turn on the camera. You're going to have days where you don't want to edit. You're going to have days where you don't want to look at your statistics. I've been there already. And content creation is really a beautiful thing, because it allows you to really focus on your craft, promote yourself, and kind of find an audience for whatever you want to sell or promote. So I recommend it for everyone. I think if you're a little bit interested in content creation, you should give it a try, because what's the worst that's going to happen, right? You get no views and no one cares. Okay, delete it. You forget it in like a week. You never know who's watching. So it's always a cool thing to just do content, whatever it may be. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Take it easy. Be selfish. Peace.